It is the latest edition of Let's Talk About It. And I wanted to bring in Tiffani Carter. This is going to be on the lighter side of interviews because, as you know, I'm a golf enthusiast. I absolutely love it, but we are in the doldrums of winter, even though it's not acting like it. My friend Tiffani started a business, and I wanted to bring her in to talk about this amazing golf concept that you guys came up with. And just a little bit of your history. So before you got into, let's kind of set the table. Before you got into golf, what were you doing?
Before I got into golf, I was with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, for a long time.
For a long time, a little over 10 years, traveling the country. Picked up golf with my daughter, worked at Quarter Horse for a bit. Still working, right? Still have a full-time job, right? I'm out at Amazon.
Yep.
And doing the golf on the side.
So really, I think probably your golf love, did that come from Ainsley when she started playing?
It did. We kind of picked it up together.
She's pretty good at it.
She's pretty good at it.
Yeah, she's playing college now.
So she just graduated.
Just graduated.
George Fox University in Newburgh, Oregon, and won a D3 national championship with them. They placed fourth 2 years.
That's great.
So they're fantastic. They went to Virginia this year and stuck it to some D1 colleges and did really well. So now she's a PGA associate at PGA Frisco, down in Omni Frisco.
That's wonderful.
Kind of working up through the organization there. So.
Yeah, I think I saw you posted something like that back in, I think, January or something like that. And I wondered kind of what was going on there. So to backtrack a little bit, so she started doing golf. You guys kind of started doing that together. How old was she?
Wow. I'm going to say between the ages of 6 and 8.
6 and 8. She gets the golf bug. So do you.
Right.
And you kind of go all in.
Kind of go all in. We fell in love with it. I love the repetition of it, growing up playing basketball, growing up playing softball. The older you get.
We can't do those things.
We can't do those things, right? Not do them well anyway.
Right.
Loved the repetition of it and kept her interested long enough that she just really fell in love with it and started to pursue it. Had a couple of really great golf coaches here.
Okay.
Skylar Walden, Eric Gomez, who you probably know.
Yep.
Great golf coaches, just really encouraged her. And then went to an LPGA tournament in Dallas. Got the bug more, said, hey, I want to play in college. And we're like, okay, let's figure it out.
And so you did.
We did.
And in Oregon, that's one of my favorite places in the world to play golf. We ended up going up there to Bandon Dunes, which I think is absolutely amazing. Right. And I'm glad that you wore your Pebble Beach outfit today. So that's good. So you did all of these things working at Chick-fil-A. I think that's when we were going to the same church, and that's kind of when I originally met you and your husband. And you worked there. That was you were on Georgia for.
I was on Georgia Street for a long time. I've actually worked at all of them except for the new one. But I also worked for corporate. So I traveled for corporate for 8 years.
Okay.
Training, consulting, doing those types of things.
Well, this golf craze, and most of you, for those of you who play golf, are really into it. You're seeing a lot of these things go indoors with these golf simulators. And I think that is kind of a new wave that's coming in, especially if you play golf in the Texas Panhandle. There are days when they're windy or cold, and you still want to go and you want to hit and you want to work on the game. You guys, and I've played at all three of them. I have gone to each single one to kind of test them out and see what's going on. I don't think I've ever seen one the way you guys have it set it up. So let's talk about the Amarillo Golf Club and what makes it kind of different.
Okay, what makes it different is, we're a lot like 806, we're member driven. We want to help you with your golf improvement. We're not really just that venue for, I'm going to go out on a Friday night, have a couple of beers, and just play. We want to help you with golf improvement. But what sets it apart is the video that it captures for you, but the floor moves, right? And that's one of the things that you were taken aback by, is whatever lie I would draw on the golf course, they map it out every square foot when they map out courses, which is why there's 303 courses. They're a little slow to add more courses just because it takes time. But whatever, I'm at Bandon Dunes, and you want to talk about some crazy lies that you draw up there, right? It's going to simulate as close as it can. So I am really good, Andy, at hitting off a flat surface.
Right. I think that's the biggest problem with us as golfers who are wanting to get better. We go to the range, and we have the perfect lie.
Right.
Our feet are flat. Everything's great. We're hitting off grass. We're hitting off a tee, and it's wonderful. But then all of a sudden we get out on the course, and if you're like me, sometimes you like to stray off the fairway because you want to see the rest of the golf course.
The rest of the golf. Got to see it all.
And that's not how it is.
Yes. And we really want to focus on game improvement
Okay.
And so the great thing about Golf Zone simulators is it captures your video, right? The swing path that you see at the top of the screen.
I know it's very humbling.
It is very humbling. I actually, it'll take a video of you, right? And you saw that, and I turned it off quite a bit, but that still goes to my app. So there's a Golf Zone Global app, and it does swing AI in there. And sometimes, like when we gave lessons to Ainsley, and we went down to Dallas, we got all the cool technology, right? Well, this is in an app, and so you can get swing AI. It'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Now we're going to add to that.
Okay.
We've got some golf instructors included, including my daughter. I'm
Great.
Right, making her work a little
there
bit,
you
right?
go.
Yeah, she's got to pay for that education. But what we're going to do is, if it tells you, hey, you have a chicken wing,
Yeah.
great. I don't know what that is,
But how do I fix it?
but how do I fix it? And what are some drills I can work on? Because when we go to the range and we're hitting on that flat surface, a lot of times we just get into the routine where I don't really know what to do.
Right.
And now I'm just pounding golf balls, and I'm just ingraining that bad habit or that bad technique. And
Yeah.
so we're going to create a system. You scan the QR code, go to a YouTube channel, and it'll help you whatever you want to work on that day, right? Go in there, do it,
Okay.
set it up, and help your game improve.
I feel like I need to go back out to your place and get signed up on that and get kind of all logged
Yes.
in and see my swings, because that's when, even the limited time when we were there, I would notice I have a problem. This sounds weird, but golfers get it. My hips slide.
Right.
I get a point where my hips get slidey
Right.
as opposed to turning. I get it. It sounds ridiculous. But you see that right there on the video. There's no, and after every swing, I look up and I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I did.
That's exactly what it is. In fact, my daughter was home and we were playing New Year's Eve, and she was like, wow, your putting is significant, because the putting's true.
Right.
The putting is just as realistic as if you go to ACC or Ross or Tascosa and putt. She's like, your putting's so much better. And I was like, I was watching the video and watched just how quick I was in transition. And I've just really slowed that. She's like you're putting. I'm like, yeah, I'm 28, 29 putts
Yeah.
around, right?
That's great.
That's significant, because as a golfer, we need to practice 110 yards in.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing, right? We want to be. Yes, you can go somewhere and pound drivers all day long, but where can you make your significant? We want to help golfers get better, because here's what we know: is if you get better, you want to play more.
Yeah.
Now, don't tell your spouse, right? But we want to help you get better at golf.
Okay, so, and I wish we had some video to show you here. I'll try to find some and post it over on my Facebook page. There's a couple of things. If you go follow Amarillo Golf Club, you'll see Tiffani in there. You've got a couple of videos of you kind of going in and working through things. But it really is a different, it's just different. That's the only way. When people ask me, like, hey, what do you think of all the ones? I was like, well, it depends on what you want to do.
They're all great.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to go hit some balls and have, the buddies and cold beers, and great, that's something else. If you honestly want to just sit in there and work on your swing,
You can do that.
you can do that. And you can do it on those days where it's, 20 degrees, like on Saturday, it's going to be 32 degrees here.
Right. We'll be there.
You can go out there.
Well,
All
the
right.
other great part about it is, don't forget, you can practice bunker shots.
That's right, because I totally forgot about that. You have the off to the side, so you have the regular stuff to hit off, but you have a little rough area, and you have this synthetic
bunker. It's funny, we had Coach Jameson from WT was in the other day, and she just kept hitting through that, and she's like, this feels like a real bunker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely. So where a lot of people in this area, unless you're a member of ACC, which in Tascosa's got a few bunkers to practice in, but most of our golfers don't have that advantage.
Yeah.
Come practice, learn how to hit a bunker shot.
I noticed because I hit it super fat when I was in there, and it really does. As opposed to most of the time, if you're just hitting off a mat, it's going to bounce up off of it, and it gets in there a little bit.
It gets in there a little bit.
And it does the thing.
And somebody asked me, how does that work? I don't know. All I know is it works really, really well.
So this particular system, I had never heard of it. We always hear about TrackMan and all these different things.
Foresight.
Yes, your system is different. Explain that to me.
So it's Golf Zone technology. So we ordered it from Korea. Now they have locations all over the United States. Closest one is in Dallas. But just researching something different, right? How do we get better? And I knew that my daughter's college coach would put them on the simulator. Being in Oregon, they spent quite a bit of time in the winter in the simulator. And they would play some holes over and over just to get that practice for something that was going to simulate nationals. And I was like, okay, so if she's doing that, what's a system that's different where we can create that for them a little bit easier. And just happened across Golf Zone one day, started doing some research. There was one up in Oregon. I took my daughter while she was in school and said, okay, does it give you pure data, right? I want something that's completely off. Like you come in and it tells you hit 200 and you're really hitting it 270, right? You're going to be frustrated. She's like, no, it's good. And this is dope. You should get one of these. And I was like, all right, great, let's get 2.
You should just buy one. And so you did. You bought 2.
We bought 2.
And kind of explain where you guys are located.
All right. We lease inside Vintage Auto House on the boulevard. It's at 8205 West Amarillo Boulevard, but it's back behind, everybody knows where Furniture Row is. We're behind Furniture Row on that boulevard side.
Yeah. I'll tell you one of the things that stood out to me also is just, and I had, I got busy in December and November and didn't get to really do much, but in the limited amount of time, I like the idea. So you drive up, you do your code, you go in, you do your code, you get in the door, and it's just you in that simulator being able to, and I used it one day before I went and played golf. I used it as I want to get warmed up. It's too cold and windy. I don't want to do that. I want to go in there and kind of get my body going, and just like that it was done.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll say the simulators are joined, so there might be somebody in the other simulator, but we restrict it to 4 people per simulator. A little bit different in the fact that we say you can bring 3 guests for free. We want it to be family friendly. We want to get the kids in. In fact, we have my daughter and I started Ace Elite Golf Academy. So we do Operation 36. So last night I had a 9-hole event in there. We had 3 ladies in there playing 9 holes on a par 3 and just keeping a club in their hand during the winter just to get that consistency as they're beginners. Right? And the minute you stop playing, it's a struggle to get it back. So we just keep them going year round.
And the older we get, I talked to Dr. Rodney Young. He always likes to say, motion is lotion for your joints. If we're moving, if we're doing things and not getting sedentary, it is a major deal. How does the membership work? Because again, that's something that everything is different. You can go over to West Texas Golf Lounge. You can rent it. You pay by the hour. And you get out. Then I think the other one, you have a membership. And then you pay by the hour. Yours is, tell us about your.
So we are membership based. So it starts at 4 hours per month and works up to 10 hours per month. You can get the hours. You can add on hours. We do really want to stay with that membership base. But however, we've been running a couple of specials where you can play 9 holes for 25. You can play 18 for 50. And then we go out there and get you set up and give you a taste of it as well. Working on a couple of taster.
Great.
Subscriptions for the next couple months. Just get some. We decided to open an indoor golf facility in the warmest winter since 1892. So what's the luck? So just getting people in to experience it.
John and I were just talking about this. I was like, how warm was it in December? He was like, it was real warm. Like we hit. How many records, John, did we get?
I think we had 5 in a row for Christmas break.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so most of the time, if you're doing that, you're probably going out and wanting to play golf. But if you're wanting to kind of hone in your game, you said that is what sets you apart.
That's what sets us apart.
And the app. So here's another thing. You just get on your app. You log on for your time. You go in, enter your code, and go and you start hitting balls.
In your code, and then you get the swing and all the videos stay in your app. So if I want to turn the video feature off, which I prefer to do, but then I can go in and use the swing AI and see what my swing. The one thing I've looked at is my lag and my swing speed's too early. Well, I'm losing distance, right? And so I've got Ainsley working on teaching me how to fix that. But then all your metrics, so you can go in and see all of the data that a TrackMan would spit out in your app and take it to the course and know this is what I actually hit.
Okay, I feel like I want to go with you in there sometime and get all that figured out because I'm in that zone where I want to start getting better. It's great. You go out, you throw up an 88 or an 86. I want that number to be lower. I want to get more consistent. And so, Yeah, you
want to be a little more competitive with your buddies.
Yeah.
And you've got some
because my best friend's Chad Mass, so it's really annoying.
You've got some really competitive guys.
Yeah,
we played against you, competing against you in the United Way tournament.
Yeah.
And we went and shot 4 ladies. I think we shot a 58 or a 59, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because my daughter Ainsley just said, "Hey, hit it in the fairway, Mom." Because the other 2 ladies had only been playing a year. They're 2 of our students. And she goes, "Mom, just keep it in the fairway." And I was like, "Done," right? And so she shot a really great score. And we go in and we were like, what in the world? And then we saw it was you guys. And we're like, okay, yeah, it was real.
Yeah, I know.
It was real.
I've got some friends that play some really incredible golf, and so it's not so much me, but it's. I'm one of those guys that I work 100 yards in. Like you get me 100 yards in around the green because that's where I have to score because I don't hit it far off the tee box.
Right.
It's one of those things. Okay, so you've got 3 different kind of memberships. Let's break those down real quick.
All right, so we've got the Birdie membership. It's 4 hours a month. It's $175.
Yeah.
I will tell you, people go 4 hours doesn't seem much. My daughter and I, now we play quick, and she only shot like a +5, but we played Pebble Beach New Year's Day.
She only shot a +5.
She only shot a +5, right?
Yeah, nobody
and we played in under an hour, right at an hour, 58 minutes for 2 of us. So the next package, you're going to go to 8 hours, and then 10 hours is our ace package.
Yeah.
But we can add on to that as
And then
need
you're
as
going to
well.
be follow along. Go check them out on Facebook. It's Amarillo Golf Club. And what I want you to do is every once in a while they'll post things like you did the $25 for 9 holes and
Right.
$50 for.
We're getting ready to, I'm working on a little bit on the marketing piece of it still, but we've got a little miniature tournament coming up.
Okay.
We're going to do the shootout at the Bear Trap.
Okay.
So the Bear Trap is the 3 hardest holes
Yeah.
in golf, right? PGA National holes 15, 16, 17. So just a little mini tournament. You're going to play 3 holes, $20. We're going to give away some prizes at the end of that.
And chances are you're going to be very humbled.
Those holes are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if somebody wants to, they want to start playing golf. They don't have, but they don't want to go out to the golf course because they don't, again, that was me a lot of times when I first started playing golf. I was like, I'm an embarrassment.
I
don't
don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself. But I love the privacy of going to the golf club so you can get in there and just be yourself. Do y'all have people that can kind of help them out?
Right, we do. So like I said, we have AC Elite Golf Academy, and so I run that now by myself since she moved to Dallas. But what we do is we start everybody at 25 yards in.
Okay.
And so we teach you to chip and putt, and then we play 9-hole events. And when you shoot 36 or better with every hole being a par 4, we move you back to 50.
That's great.
And then when you shoot par or better at 50, we move you back to 100. So we're adding on to your swing because we all know, like if you've played enough golf, that 25-yard shot is the basis of my golf swing.
Right.
And then we just build it on and layer it from there. So we use the Operation 36 model, and we just run that. And so we're running it year-round.
Operation 36 model.
Operation 36.
What is that?
So it's the whole premise of you teach the game of golf from 25 yards in and work your way, and you can work. I mean, we've got a young man, I think he's on level 6 already. He plays for West Plains, and we've got some ladies that just graduated from 25 yards. But the cool thing about that is we could attract a lot of ladies and a lot of youth, and they can just go out with their spouse, drop it at 25 and play.
Yeah.
And really be into what they're doing, and then maybe the next time they go out, they're going at 50.
Well, I want to tell you personally, I envy and respect you so much because you took something that you loved. And it's hard sometimes because you still have a full-time job. You still got a lot of things that you've got going on in your life.
My husband would say too much, but yes.
Well, you've got all that going on, and you've always been so good about like juggling all that. But then you take something, you're like, hey, I really love golf. I want to find a way to make this a thing.
Right.
And you did that.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Okay.
You just got to do it.
Somebody should put that as a logo. Just do it. It sounds
right?
good.
Yeah, this has been a dream of mine for about 5 years. And my friend Roxanne Van Beckton jumped in the boat with me and said, let's just do it. And let's get it going. So we jumped in last January. It took us about a year to get going, build out the simulators. My husband and his best friend and some of Roxanne's family, we built those out together. And let's just go.
And you did.
We did.
All right. So how do we go? How do we reach out to you?
All right. AmarilloGolfClub.com is an easy way to catch us. If you have your phone available, right? My number is 806-570-5007. Just give me a call.
That's the great thing about Let's Talk About It with Andy. We can talk about absolutely anything at all. And I have been wanting to get out and play golf because it gets to the winter and I don't get out there much.
Right.
But I want to come see you. I want to learn more about what the app does and the swing techniques and everything. So we'll have to set that up soon.
We'll do it.
Tiffani, I appreciate it. And thanks
Thank
for
you.
tuning in for another edition of Let's Talk About It.